Welcome to all of you for this Bhagavad-Gita session on this auspicious day of Gita Jayanti. Today is my first class. So I am asking you all of your blessings so that I can present on something about Bhagavad-Gita on this auspicious day. First we go the prayers and then we will discuss about the today's verse. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Hare Krishna. Today we are going to discuss 15th chapter, 17th verse. I will read the sloka. Please, all of you repeat after me. Uttama Purushastvanya
Uttama Purushastvanya
Paramatmeti Udahrutah
Atmeti Udahrutah
Yo Lokatrayam Avishya
Lokatrayam Avishya
Bibharti Avyaya Ishwarah.
Bhakti-yoga Ishvara.
Uttama Purushastvanya
Uttama Purushastvanya
Paramatmeti Udahrutah
Atmeti Udahrutah
Yo Lokatrayam Avishya
Lokatrayam Avishya
Bibharti Avyaya Ishwarah.
Bhakti-yoga Ishvara.
Uttama Purushastvanya
Uttama Purushastvanya
Paramatmeti Udahrutah
Atmeti Udahrutah
Yo Lokatrayam Avishya
Lokatrayam Avishya
Bibharti Avyaya Ishwarah.
Bhakti-yoga Ishvara.
Now, the word to word meaning. Uttamaha,
Uttama
the best. Purushaha,
Purusha
personality.
Personality.
Tu,
Tu
but. Anyaha,
Anyaha
another.
Another
Parama,
Parama
the supreme. Atma,
Atma
self. Iti,
Iti
thus. Udahrutaha
Udahrutah
is said.
Se
Yah, who. Loka,
Loka
of the universe.
Universe
Trayam,
Trayam
the three divisions.
Three divisions
Avishya,
Avishya
entering. Bibharti
Bhakti
is maintaining.
Maintenance
Avyayaha,
Abhyaya
inexhaustible.
Inexhaustible
Ishwaraha,
Ishvara
the Lord.
Lord.
Translation purport by Srila Prabhupada. The translation. Besides these two, there is the greatest living personality, the Supreme Soul, the imperishable Lord Himself, who has entered the three worlds and is maintaining them. Purport. The idea of this verse is very nicely expressed in the Katha Upanishad 2.2.13 and Shvetasvatara Upanishad 6.13. It is clearly stated there that above the innumerable living entities, some of whom are conditioned and some of whom are liberated, there is the Supreme Personality who is Paramatma. The Upanishadic verse runs as follows. Nityo Nityanam Chetanas Chetananam. The purport is that amongst all the living entities, both conditioned and liberated, there is one Supreme Living Personality, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who maintains them and gives them all the facility of enjoyment according to different work. That Supreme Personality of Godhead is situated in everyone's heart as Paramatma. A wise man who can understand him is eligible to attain perfect peace, not others. Hare Krishna. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Gnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsya Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamsya He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandha Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Krupa Sindhubhya evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti-Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Pachachya Deshatarini Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadada Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrindam Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. Welcome to all of you for this Bhagavad-Gita session. I want to ask you all of your blessings because today is I am giving this class for the first time, and the two on this auspicious day I got a chance. By the mercy of Dharmatma Prabhu, he mercifully gave me this opportunity to speak. Even though I am unqualified to speak on this great topic, great book, Bhagavad-Gita, by the mercy of the devotees, I got this chance. And so I am praying to all of your lotus feet also to please bless me to speak something on this topic. Hare Krishna. First I will discuss the overview of the 15th chapter. After that we will go to the shloka. Few days ago I was listening to the class of His Grace K.C. Daman Prabhu, and he was telling in that class that Lord Krishna, he was comparing this 15th chapter to a mini Bhagavad-Gita. After that he told that whatever Lord Krishna told in the Bhagavad-Gita, he concisely presented that knowledge in this 15th chapter. Actually, Lord Krishna told the main 5 topics of Bhagavad-Gita. What are they? Ishvara, one is Ishvara, second is Jiva, third is Prakriti, fourth is Kala, and fifth is Karma. And Krishna, he puts these 5 things in a concise form in this 15th chapter also. Like this, he is telling. I was also first time hearing this analogy, this comparison. Let's go. We will go slightly through the overview of the 15th chapter. There are 5 sections in this chapter. First of all, Lord Krishna, he describes the material world. He compares the material world to a banyan tree. Why he compares this material world to a banyan tree? Because it's so, once I visited a banyan tree. It so happened that it was a very big tree that was in South India, in Andhra Pradesh. It was the biggest banyan tree in the whole world. And I went along with a group of devotees to saw, and I am in a book marathon. I went to that place we went in that place and we saw the tree. Everyone got some interest because this was a very big, the biggest tree in the whole world. All of us, the devotees, we got some interest to see the tree. And what happened, as we entered, we observed a big signboard. The signboard was by the Guinness World Records. They put a signboard. This was the biggest tree of the whole world, and it occupied an area of more than 8 acres land. 8 acres land. And it was more than 800 years old. It was such big tree. And everyone got interest to go inside and see how it looks like. When we went inside, we saw there were so many big trunks which are look like every trunk is big. Everyone is looking like a main foundation of the tree. And we tried to find out where is the main foundation, where is the origin of the tree, main trunk of the tree. But we tried for some time. After that, we realized that it's not possible for us to find out the origin of the tree, and we came back and we met a person who is sitting outside the fencing, and we met him. We asked him, and he is the guide of that place, and we requested him, sir, could you please show us where is the main trunk of the tree, where is the origin of the tree. And he took us, all of us, inside the tree, deep inside the tree. He took us to a place where there was a tomb, samadhi of a pious lady, and he explained that she was the person who sacrificed her life for the well-being of that village, and in memory of that lady, the people of that village, they built a tomb for her, and in memory of her sacrifice, they planted a banyan tree in that place. Why I was telling this story is, as Lord Krishna is comparing to the banyan tree, is the entanglement of the material world is compared, Lord Krishna is comparing it to a banyan tree. As it is very difficult to find out the origin of the tree. Likewise, it is very difficult to come out of the material world also. The living entities, they are doing so many fruitive activities, and they are become entangled in this material world. They don't know how to come out of this material world. To know how to come out of the material world, they have to search for a person who will know the way to come out of the way is Lord Krishna. He himself in this sloka tells that one has to approach a spiritual master. He tells that Sadvidhi pranipatena pariprasnena sevaya upadekshanti dignanam jnanina tattvadarshinaha. One has to approach a spiritual master, one has to surrender unto him, one has to question him submissively, and one has to do service to him in a submissive manner. Then only the spiritual master, satisfied by his service, gives the knowledge which is liberating. And after that, in this next session, Lord Krishna, he tells that how to get detached from this material world and how to one go to the spiritual world. He tells in the 6th to 11th verse, second session. And in that also he describes the nature of the living entity. Mamaya Vamso Jiva Loke Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. These living entities are my parts and parcels and they are eternal in nature. That he describes in the second session. That the living entities have to go from the material, how to transmigrate, how to transcend the material world, how to they reach the spiritual world. The process is described here. And after that, in the third section, which is from 12th sloka to the 12th verse to the 15th verse, Krishna describes how he is maintaining everything. In the 12th sloka, he describes that Yadaditya Gatam Tejo Jagad Bhasayate Akalam. That he is the source of the sunshine, moonshine and the fire. If the sun arises, then only human beings start their activities. Otherwise, no one will work. We are not able to do anything without the sun. And with the help of the fire only we start our cooking also. And our factories, everything we start with the help of the fire. And with the moonshine, it nourishes the vegetables. Because of this, all depend on the Krishna's energy. We know that Krishna is our maintainer. And few days ago, Ishwalya Janardhan Maharaj also telling that Aham Vaishvanaro Bhutva. The Lord as digestive fire, He is digesting everything what we are taking. And for digesting process also we have to depend on the Lord. It is not possible for us to digest everything by our own self. We have to depend on the Lord. And he is telling that as the age increases, we are not able to digest what we are going to take. So he suggested that we have to take as much as required to maintain our body. And after that, in the fourth section, Lord Krishna describes in the 16th to 18th verse the two types of living entities, Kshara and Akshara. Kshara means fallible or the conditioned living entities, and the Akshara means infallible or the liberated living entities. And Lord Krishna is telling that I am situated above both of these living entities as the Purushottama, as the Supreme Person. That's why this chapter is also called as the Yoga of the Supreme Person. After that, Krishna is telling that whoever knows this science, this knowledge, iti guhyatamam shastram, they will attain perfection in their life. He is simply, as Kesidaman Prabhu told, Lord Krishna is also included all these 5 topics, essence of the Bhagavad-Gita in the 15th chapter, the science of God. Now we will go to the present sloka. Besides these two, there is the greatest living personality, the Supreme Soul, the imperishable Lord Himself, who has entered the 3 worlds and is maintaining them. Srila Prabhupada is referring to Upanishad verses here. One from Katha Upanishad and another from Shvetashvatara Upanishad. The verse is Nityo Nityanam Chetanas Chetananam. What it means by, he is telling that he is the prime eternal among all the eternal living entities. The living entities, they are also eternal, but Lord Krishna is the source of all the eternal living entities. That's why he is the prime eternal. And further he is telling that Chetanas Chetananam, he is the supreme conscious being among all the conscious being, and he is the one who is maintaining all these living entities. Even though he is the one, he is maintaining so many living entities. Eko bahunam yo vidadati kamam. And along with the soul in everyone's heart, the super soul is also there. In the previous slokas somewhere, Srila Prabhupada tells that he compares the soul and super soul to two friendly birds sitting on a tree. One soul, one bird is eating the fruits of the tree. It is enjoying the fruits of the tree. Another bird is the super soul. It is watching his friend. That Srila Prabhupada compares the soul and super soul to two friendly birds. And because of this, the bird who is enjoying his fruits, she is fully engaged in sense gratification, and thus she is suffering in the material world. Unless and until it turns to his friend bird, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, unless it surrenders unto him, there is no way for it to get delivered from this material world, from these sufferings. And to know about the Supreme Lord, in the present society there are so many atheistic people. Once I had a small story. There was a teacher who was a atheistic person, and he doesn't believe in God, and he was telling his students also, there is no God, why to believe in God, why to worship God. But in that class there was a student who was a devotee who is chanting Hare Krishna. He put a tilaka, and the teacher calls him and criticizes him. You are a devotee and you worship a God. Could you please show me God? And that he criticizes, and later he tells that if any intelligent person cannot tell that there is God is present there. Like that he criticizes the small children. But the small devotee, our student, he is a very intelligent fellow. He knows how to tackle these situations. He immediately asked the teacher, "Sir, you are asking me, show me the God. First I will ask you a little question. You are asking me, you are telling me you are an intelligent fellow. Please show me your intelligence." How one can show this intelligence? Intelligence is not a thing we can see with our eyes. We have to feel. Mind, intelligence, ego, all these are not, we cannot see this with our eyes. Even air we cannot see. We can receive it by sense perception. Likewise, the small boy explains to the teacher that is, we cannot see everything with our own eyes. We have to have we have to accept our teachings of the Vedas. Like this, the children explains to the teacher. And further, some devotees also, I heard that they are telling how we can see. Some people, they ask different questions, that there is no God, we cannot see God. But there was, to see God, what we have to do, that we have to know. There was a little story. The ghee was there in the milk, but we cannot see the ghee in the milk. To prepare the ghee from the milk, we have to boil it first, then we have to make it curd. After churning the curd, we can get the butter, and by heating the butter, we will get the ghee. This is the process to prepare the ghee from the milk. The ghee was already there in the milk, but we cannot see. Likewise, Lord is present as super soul in everyone's heart, but we cannot see. What is the process? How we can see the Lord? Because everyone's of our heart is impure, like a mirror coated with dust. Our heart is impure. How to make the heart pure? And the process described is Cheto Darpana Marjana. When we chant the Hare Krishna mantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Our mind is purified, then we will be able to see the Lord in our heart also. Likewise, some will describe. And I also heard how the Lord as the super soul helps everyone in their life. There was one story. There was a very rich man and who enjoyed his life completely, and he had 4 wives, and time comes he has to leave his body. At that time he was thinking, who will come with me after my death along with me? He was very much attached to his wives, and he calls his first wife, can you come with me along with me after my death? And the first wife immediately replies, no, it is not possible for me. I will go with other person as soon as you die. And she went away. And after that, he calls her second wife, and he asks again the same question, can you come with me along with me after my death? And she tells that, I will come up to the graveyard. After that, I will not come. After that, he calls the third wife, and he asks the same question, and the third wife replies that, I will come up to the fire. After that, I will not come. And after that, he looks at the fourth wife, and the fourth wife, throughout his life, he doesn't take care of that wife. But that wife, she tells, I will come with you after death along with you to help you. The devotee compares these wives to, for the first wife as money and wealth. This person tried so much to earn so much money and wealth. As soon as the person dies, the money and wealth will go with another person. This is the first wife, he compares. And after that, the second wife is the friends and relatives. They can come up to the graveyard. After that, they will not come. They will go away. And the third wife is compared to this, our body. We have tried so much to make this body happy, but this body also will not come with us after death. We have to live on the fire itself. And the fourth wife is the super soul, who comes with all us to after death also to help us in every life. It is the super soul who is helping every living entity throughout their journey in the material world. And it's already 15 minutes left. Today is Gita Jayanti. Let us discuss about some importance of the Bhagavad-Gita. The 5 topics that were already we discussed, the Ishvara, Jiva, Prakriti, Kala and Karma. The Ishvara is the Supreme Lord, who is the controller, who is the maintainer of this whole world. And Jiva is the living entity. And the Lord told that these living entities my eternal fragmental parts. And after that he explained about the Prakriti. It is the separated energy of the Lord. Maya Dakshina Prakriti Suyate Characharam. This material world, is material nature, is working under my direction. And Prabhupada tells that as the wife is always under the control of the husband, this material nature is working under the control of the Supreme Lord. After that, the Kala. Lord explains that Kalosmi Lokakshay Krut Pravruddho. I am in the form of time destroying the whole world. And these 4 things are eternal. And the karma, which is the activities that are performed by the living entities, they can be changed by the living entity. These are temporary. By changing our activities from the material consciousness to the Krishna consciousness, we can attain the spiritual world. We'll discuss about a small story. Before that, we discuss about the importance of the Gita. Sometimes some people ask, this Bhagavad-Gita, this Mahabharata, Ramayana, these are all age-old books. Why to practice them? Why to study them? These outdated books in the present life. And I had a recent lecture in that Gaurang Prabhu is giving an example how the Bhagavad-Gita is relevant for any age, and he is explaining the sloka Yuktahara Viharasya Yukta Chestasya Karmasu Yukta Swapnava Bodhasya Yogo Bhavati Dukkha. He explaining the 4 things. Yuktahara means food. One has to has control over the food. Nowadays everyone is taking so much different types of food. The food and the diet they are taking, that is out of control. Everyone is facing so many health problems by taking that type of food. And next, Viharasya. Viharasya means recreation. The mind, they are engaging in different activities. It is said that on an average every person utilizes the mobile they use the mobile for 7 hours a day, swiping up and down. They are using the mobile for 7 hours. And he tells that if a person is given 4 chapatis, he can able to eat. But if the person asks 40 chapatis and 10 kgs of rice, then one can think he became crazy. It is not possible for one to eat so many chapatis. Even if he tries to eat first continuously for 2-3 days, he becomes desensitized. The body will not work properly. Like this, the mind, they are always they are seeing the mobile. They are always seeing the YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. They are always putting their mind in this smartphone. That's in this way they are loading so much information heavy in their mind. It became overeating for the mind. It says that what happens if you overeat? You will not able to work properly. Likewise, the mind becomes unstable. Everyone feeling mental crisis because of this over utilization of the smartphone. And after that he describes sleep also. Today people are working day and night, and he gave the example in the Japan they are working day and night, even they are not sleeping properly in the night also. The Supreme Lord gave us this night to sleep, but they are working throughout the night also. And in Japan the government they put a scheme there. If a person whoever sleeps for 5.5 hours, they will get extra bonus salary. Like that they are giving some schemes. Because of no one is properly following this, maintaining this food and their recreation and their sleep, everyone is facing so much mental crisis. That's why everyone is facing so many difficulties. They are not able to do their job properly. They are not able to do their work properly. Karmasu, yukta chestasya karmasu. Because they are not able to focus on their, not able to control their food and recreation and sleep. They are not able to focus on their work also. That's why everyone is facing so many problems. In this way, he explains that Bhagavad-Gita, the knowledge of the Bhagavad-Gita is relevant even today. And he explains that if we put our mobile aside and we talk with our friends and relatives and we keep some time with them, then our mind gets relaxed and it gets some oxygen and we will be happy in our life. And I will tell a small story about one of my Shiksha Guru. He was doing Gita competition around the year 2009 in our South India. There was a Gita competition and so many students they participated in that competition. And after the competition is over, they are distributing the prize. They put a prize worth the prize of 1 lakh rupees for the first winner. And the first winner, there comes a Muslim boy. The first winner is the Muslim boy. And he, after receiving the prize, he asked the devotee, I want to speak something about the Gita. And he tells that, first of all, when I got this news that they are putting a competition on Bhagavad-Gita and the price is 1 lakh rupees, I got an interest to study the Bhagavad-Gita. But when I asked my father, he refused, because Bhagavad-Gita is a book of the Hindus. Why you should read the Hindu religion book? It's not necessary for us to read this book. In this way, his father refused to study. He doesn't allow his son to study. But somehow, the son, he requested his father to participate in the competition, and he got the first prize. And after this, he explaining that I studied all this Bhagavad-Gita, but in Bhagavad-Gita I never find a word Hindu. The Lord Krishna is explaining about the science of the soul and the science of the God and the relationship between the soul and the God. There is not a word like Hindu in the Bhagavad-Gita. He is explaining that. Srila Prabhupada also explains that I am teaching this Sanatana Dharma. This is the eternal Dharma of the soul. Whereas religion is related, it is in the bodily concept. The Dharma is the eternal concept of the eternal Dharma, eternal nature of the soul. Like this, Srila Prabhupada explains. And one devotee is telling me that Lord Krishna becomes very pleased if the Bhagavad-Gita is discussed among the devotees. And the sloka he also tells that Yaidamam paramam guhyam madbhakti swavidasyati. Like that, Lord Krishna himself is telling, one, the devotee who preaches this knowledge to my devotees is very dear to me. And the Lord also tells that this confidential knowledge should not be explained to atheistic persons who are not devotees, who are not engaged in devotional service, who are not envious of me. And in the next verse, Srila Prabhupada himself puts a question. If Lord is telling that you are not able to speak this Bhagavad-Gita publicly, why the devotees are speaking, preaching publicly to everyone? Distributing Bhagavad-Gitas, and they are giving classes in the public. The Lord is, you should not preach to the people who are envious of me, who are not devotees, who are atheistic people. But here our devotees are doing book distribution and preaching to everyone. Srila Prabhupada again explains that even though everyone is not envious people, there may be some people who are some have faithful and who are follow some faith and teachings of the Bhagavad-Gita. When they listen to the Bhagavad-Gita, they will get relieved from all their sinful reactions, and they will get purified, and they will get a chance to become a devotee of the Lord. For them we are preaching this Bhagavad-Gita publicly. Like this Srila Prabhupada tells. And the Gita Mahatmya also says that Lord Shankaracharya, he tells that Ekam Shastram Devaki Putra Gitam, the science of Bhagavad-Gita given by Lord Sri Krishna should be the only Shastra, should be the only scripture everyone in the world has to follow. And after this he tells that Eko Deva Devaki Putra Eva, and Lord Krishna should be the only worshipable Lord. Eko Mantra Tasya Namani Yani, and his name of chanting the Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare should be the only mantra for deliverance in this Kali Yuga. And after that, Karma Pekam Dasya Sevasya Seva, and doing service unto his lotus feet, or doing devotional service unto the Supreme Lord is the only thing that is to be done by the living entities. Hare Krishna. I will stop here. I will thank you, all of you, for tolerating me for this 1 hour. Yes.
Family informations.
I don't know. I am not able to speak English also properly.
Please, no problem.
Please, any comments?
Where is that banyan tree in Andhra Pradesh? In which place?
Is in a district of Anantapur.
Anantapur.
Yes. The tree name also Timmamma tree. In the name of that pious lady, they put the tree. That was the very biggest tree.
Still the leaves, right?
It's still the tree is there.
Take means.
No.
Did you find the first route, like where is it?
I am not able to find myself, but I asked the guide where it is. He showed us, because it was the place where the samadhi of that lady is there. 800 years ago they planted the tree in memory of that lady. That's why we are able to find. Otherwise, it is very difficult to find the root of the tree.
Banyan tree.
That's why Lord also compared this banyan tree to this material world. Very difficult to come out of the material world, and it is also difficult to find the foundation of this banyan tree. and it's very difficult to come out of the banyan tree also. It is very big, you cannot able to find how to go, where to go.
People were having so much affection towards that lady.
Yes.
So they could maintain, and it was spread in so many areas.
Yes, the government is
Nobody disturbed that tree.
they are worshipping, actually they are worshipping the tree.
Really.
Otherwise it is not possible to maintain them. They are worshipping as like a demigod. The village people, they are worshipping like a demigod, that's why they are maintaining.
Krishna himself, Krishna is telling that it is very difficult to come out of this material world. And so, that way, which is the easiest way to get out of this world? Is there any way, or that is only because I know we do chant, we do everything.
Yes.
I don't know what exactly, how we should go out of this material world. What is the way?
That's so many yogas that Krishna describes, like karma yoga, gnana yoga, bhakti yoga. And Prabhupada tells that bhakti yoga is the easiest process. Life, he compares the bhakti yoga process to a lift. If you want to go onto the top of a 100th, you want to go the 100th floor on the top of a building. If you go by steps, it will take so much time, so much effort. Instead of that, if you use the lift, you can go easily. In that way, he ascribes that devotional service is the easiest process that we are all already following this. And this is Vrindavan Dham. All of you are devotees. You know all of this knowledge. That's why Lord Krishna tells that in Bhagavad-Gita, Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mamekam Sharanam Vraja. Some devotee, he is telling that Vraja means this Vraja Mandala Vrindavan Dham. Lord Krishna is telling, please take shelter of this Vrindavan Dham, Vraja Mandala, and all of you have taken shelter of this Vrindavan Dham. And he is also telling that Lord Krishna is always remembering Srimati Radharani also in this Bhagavad-Gita. How he tells that? Mahatmanastuma Parda Daivim Prakriti Masita. Daivi Prakriti means Radharani, the internal energy of the Lord. In this way, Lord Krishna is remembering Radharani in this Bhagavad-Gita also. In this way, he is preaching how to understand mood of the Krishna even in the Bhagavad-Gita. Only devotees can understand the heart of the Lord. As Lord is telling in the story of Ambarish Maharaj, Sadhu Hrudayam Mahyam, Sadhunam Hrudayam Toham, like that he is telling. These saints are in my heart and I am in their heart. Because Prabhupada understood the heart of the Krishna, he explained in every page of the Bhagavad-Gita about the devotional service. The importance of the devotional service. Only devotees can understand this Bhagavad-Gita. That's why Lord Krishna is also telling that Bhakto Shime Saka Cheti Rahasyam Hetutvam. Oh Arjuna, you are my devotee and friend. That's why I am giving this knowledge to you. Only devotees can able to understand this Bhagavad-Gita, knowledge of the Bhagavad-Gita. For other people it is very difficult. Even though they try sincerely, it is very difficult. And Srila Prabhupada tells that it is a knowledge directly given by the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, and it is the perfect theistic science. And further he tells that whatever there in the Vedas is already in the Bhagavad-Gita, and but whatever there in the Bhagavad-Gita one cannot find even in the Vedas. The knowledge of the Bhagavad-Gita is more than the Vedas. Likewise Prabhupada tells. Hare Krishna, already it is 5 minutes late. Thank you very much all.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,